The year is 1274. The people of Tsushima are the first to witness the ominous shadows cutting across the Pacific horizon. Among them, the local governor So Sukakuni recognizes the threat and swiftly mobilizes 80 mounted samurai, leading them through rugged terrain to confront the invaders at the shore. Despite their readiness, the approaching fleet looms large, and the samurai are vastly outnumbered. 6 years earlier, Kublai Khan, grandson of the infamous Genghis Khan, had sent a message to Japan's Kamakura government. His letter, framed as a call for peaceful submission, proclaimed, "Countless nations have come to respect our power and yearn for the stability of our rule. The wise see the world as one family. If we cannot foster harmony, what good is it? Who would willingly resort to war?" The message carried a thinly veiled ultimatum: accept Mongol dominance or risk annihilation. Japan's leaders chose defiance, ignoring the Khan's demands. This rejection now brings grim consequences. Kublai Khan's Mongols, who have already left a trail of devastation through the Islamic world, Russia, and China, turn their sights on Japan. At dawn, 1,000 Mongol warriors land on Tsushima's shores. The samurai, known for their mastery of the blade and horseback archery, initially hold their ground. Fighting in small, independent groups, they pick off Mongol soldiers with precision, thinning their ranks. But the Mongols bring an unfamiliar and deadly efficiency to the battlefield. Hardened by years of conquest, they deploy coordinated charges, unleashing waves of arrows in synchronized volleys that overwhelm the samurai's scattered formations. When the defenders falter, the Mongols rush in with axes and swords, exploiting every gap in the Japanese lines. In the chaos, the samurai's close combat skills are tested to their limits. Some fight on horseback, others engage in hand-to-hand combat. One samurai's blade shatters mid-battle and he falls to a barrage of Mongol arrows. Outnumbered and outmaneuvered, So Sukakuni and his warriors are overwhelmed. Their bodies lie strewn across the beach as the Mongols advance, setting fire to villages and slaughtering the island's inhabitants. By midday, Tsushima has fallen, its defenders unable to withstand the might of Kublai Khan's invasion force. The Mongols repeat their brutal tactics on the island of Iki before advancing toward Japan's mainland. As their fleet comes into view and anchors, they reveal their penchant for psychological warfare. The bows of their ships are gruesomely decorated with female captives from the islands, strung up by ropes threaded through their palms. On the beaches, waves of Mongol horse archers charge in synchronization with the pounding rhythms of gongs and drums. Explosions from their gunpowder bombs deafen and disorient the defenders, causing chaos as Japanese horses reel in fear. The Mongols employ grappling hooks and other brutal weapons to unseat Japanese warriors from their mounts. Mongol soldiers are equipped with versatile light armor and carry personal shields, allowing them agility in combat. In contrast, the heavily armored samurai typically rely on stationary shields for their archers. Despite being outmatched in some ways, the samurai's precision archery and counterattacks force Mongol units to retreat temporarily. Takazaki Suenaga, a samurai eager to earn recognition, tracks the retreating enemy to their encampment. Ignoring warnings to wait for reinforcements, he famously declares, "The way of the bow and arrow is to do what is worthy of reward, charge." Suenaga's boldness is met with a hail of arrows. Though he is injured and his horse is fatally struck, reinforcements arrive just in time to save his life. The Mongols launch a devastating counteroffensive, scattering the Japanese forces and wreaking havoc along the coast, burning homes and shrines before abruptly departing. Reports suggest a storm may have damaged their fleet, or perhaps a favorable wind provided an opportunity to retreat to Korea. It's also possible the Mongols realized they lacked the numbers to secure an occupation of southern Japan. Whatever the cause, their invasion halts, leaving Japan to mourn its losses and begin rebuilding. The following year, Mongol envoys arrived to reiterate Kublai Khan's demand for submission. Hojo Tokimune, Japan's de facto ruler, has them executed, a decision he repeats with subsequent emissaries. Anticipating retaliation, Tokimune orders the construction of 12 miles of coastal stone walls and encourages the emperor to invoke divine intervention through prayers for peace and curses against the Mongols. Meanwhile, the Mongol Empire grows stronger. Having conquered the southern Song dynasty in China, they gain access to a formidable navy and construct an even larger fleet. Years of preparation culminate in 1281 as the Mongols launch a second invasion. This time, Tsushima's defenders are quickly overrun, and villagers fleeing to the mountains are relentlessly pursued and slaughtered. Iki falls once more, but fortified coastal defenses on the mainland prevent the Mongols from establishing a stronghold. Instead, their fleet lingers offshore, launching sporadic raids on nearby islands. Samurai seize the opportunity to strike back. They board small boats and attack Mongol ships directly, exploiting the fleet's vulnerability. Kawano Michiari, accompanied by just 5 men, braves the waves to board an enemy vessel. Despite suffering serious wounds and losing his uncle in the assault, he kills a Mongol warrior and captures an officer. Similarly, Takazaki Suenaga eagerly joins the fight, storming a Mongol ship and engaging its crew. The Mongols begin to struggle with dwindling supplies, but their fortunes seem to improve with the arrival of a massive southern fleet from China. With their forces tripled, the Mongols achieve a victory at Takashima Island, forcing a Japanese retreat. However, nature intervenes. A powerful typhoon engulfs the bay, tearing through the Mongol fleet. Ships are dashed against the rocks, soldiers thrown into the sea, and the invasion crumbles amidst the chaos of the storm. The remaining Mongol ships cut their anchors and retreat, abandoning the invasion. The next day, the shores of Japan are littered with the bodies of Mongols, some alive and some dead, washing up on the beaches and drifting on pieces of wreckage. Among them is a survivor named Chang, who has been stranded on an island for 3 days without food. Along with other survivors, he plans to chop down trees to build ships and sail back home, but they are captured by Japanese patrols in the area. The Japanese, offering no mercy, execute every Mongol, Korean, and northern Chinese they come across. However, the southern Chinese, who are seen as former allies of Japan and recent subjects under Mongol rule, are treated differently. They spared the lives of the newly submitted, saying that they were the people of the Tang dynasty and made them slaves instead. I, Chang, was one of them. With that, the Mongol invasion of Japan comes to an end. Takazaki Suenaga, now in his 30s, will see his heroic deeds immortalized in scrolls and will be rewarded by the government with recognition, as well as Mongol heads as proof of his bravery. Samurai like Kawano Michiari will also be celebrated as national heroes. Kublai Khan and the Mongol Empire, who had once claimed dominion over the entire world, have once again failed in their attempt to conquer Japan. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.